Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to the stream. It is Thursday. We're in the kitchen, and not next Thursday. We're not. And today we are going to be. I've decided I'm going to start going through the Country Women's Association cookbook. Do a heap of those. So today. We're doing carrot soup by Nolene McRae of Nidri, Victoria. This is Nolene's recipe, so we're giving this a go. What I'm going to do, normally I put recipes up on the Discord. So with the CWA cooking, we kind of are and we kind of not. So what's going to happen is if I can find the recipe online for free, we'll put the recipe up. If not, we will not. But I will put up the ISBN of the CWA cookbook, and you can go check out the cookbook. So yeah, because excuse me. Because it's the Country Women's Association. Go buy their cookbook. Anyway, so we're starting off simple today. We're doing a carrot soup. So here we go. I mean, I suppose if you could work it out from what we're doing here. How you doing, Kiki? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. So we are starting with some butter in a pan. Almost there. Soups are lovely. Very much so. Alright. Butter. Just straight up butter. I blame my mother. So how are you doing, Kiki? What are you up to? Right, we're going to start that melting just a little bit. Then we're going to get our potatoes. Now the recipe calls for a large one. These are reasonably small, but they're the biggest we could get, so I've got 2 of them. Sith Lord makes a lovely pumpkin soup. Yeah. I've got to admit, I have not met a pumpkin soup that I have not enjoyed. So I have very much enjoyed all of the different varieties of pumpkin soups I have tried. There are obviously ones that... Oh, no. Chop cam's frozen. Why does it do that? Hello? Chop cam. Earth to chop cam. Okay, we've killed it. Now we're getting the technical difficulties. Huh. Okay. Has Chopcam decided to kill itself? That would make me sad. There we go. Day off folding laundry, probably take the puppers out. Pupper exercise. Always a good thing. You know, Doesn't hurt that you live next to an oval and a giant park and all that. There has been work crews down at my local park, and I'm sort of wondering. I'm like, what have you lot been up to? I'm gonna go down and have a look after stream, see if I can figure out what they're doing. Because if they ever put in a public toilet in there, I can run events. I can run fighting events for the SCA. I can just walk down there. And that'd be nice. Right, that butter, it looks nicely melted. Akira's yelling at me more. Well, you know, it is Akira. Alright, I'm going to just nicely cube up, well, kind of cube, the potatoes. Hear that butter starting to sizzle, so that means I'm going to have to do something about that in a moment, which is chuck the potatoes in. Bossy husky or a grumpy woman? Whoops. No. Spoon. Now, the recipe says to actually put this in all at once, but that said, there's not going to be a big delay between what we're doing in putting the ingredients in, and it's all going to get blended anyway. So putting the potatoes, carrots and onions, which is kind of the order that they take to cook anyway, might change the texture a little bit. Oh, camera died again. Might change the texture just a little bit, but it'll be fine. Both. And coffee grate. Ooh, sniffles. Now, there weren't any organic carrots down at my local supermarket, so I am peeling them this time. The organic ones I tend not to peel. I don't know why, but I just do it that way. Give me just a moment. I'm going to turn the sound off for a sec. I will be back in a... It is that hay fever time of day. Yeah, stream last night was good. Got a lot accomplished. There's only a minimal amount of grumbling at the amount of grind that we were up to. I think that is a failing of most modern game developers, is they seem to think grind is content. Yeah, if the drop chance for an item starts at 0.0, it's too low. Yeah, well, you know, I have been known to grumble occasionally. Most of the time. What? Who said that? Ooh. Yep. Good enough. Missed that first one. You're intimidating? Okay. Who have you been intimidating? Right, so was 2 large carrots. Again, they weren't really large carrots, so I did 3 medium carrots. Throw that in and get it going. And then calls for a small onion. I may have gone a little overboard. Oh, whoops. Got to top and tail it. Yeehaw. Ah. I don't know. Some people find being told what to do as intimidating. People tell me I'm intimidating too. And look, I can be. But there's usually a reason why I'm doing it. Starting to get a little bit material on this chopping board, so give it a little bit of a rinse off. Damn, that whistled. Again, we can rough chop the onion because it is the quickest thing that'll cook, and that is already on the go. Whoops. Good Lord. Life skills just went away. Now, sadly, there is no garlic. No. Alright, make a right mess. Now, this one, here is where it stops being keto. If you want this to be keto, don't do this step. So we're putting in with this a teaspoon of sugar. Which is likely to caramelize the onions a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, if you're doing this and you want it to be keto, you could use like a mung fruit sweetener substitute. Don't know if it'll do you any good. Or you could just skip the step completely. Now, putting the lid on. Now we leave that for a few minutes. We'll leave that in for about 10 minutes. Where's our timer? There it is. Now, the recipe calls for 15, but because we've already started with the what do you call it? Taters, because we'd already started cooking the taters. We'll just let that go. So that's it. Really, that is most of the prep work. Well, that's all of the prep work. There is a couple more ingredients to go in, but we're pretty much done with that. So, yeah, ta-da! A wise monkey shuts up when Ulrich speaks. Sometimes. Sometimes. Right. So we've got to stir that a couple of times on the way through. Now we are going to be putting in the next ingredient once that's heated through a bit. The next ingredient we're putting in is there. 4 cups of chicken broth. We're using broth because that's what we make. I will use stock if I get it from the shops because broth is just insanely more expensive. But to make it at home, broth all the way. Because we'll do batches of like 20 litres of broth, and it will cost us not very much money. But because broth is so time intensive, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for how long it takes. That said, most broths in the shops you'll find are cooked for about 3 hours. I tend to cook mine for around 12, maybe a bit longer sometimes. Oh, yeah, right, yeah, okay, Kiki. Now, the recipe does suggest that you could use chicken or vegetable stock. So if you want to keep this as a vegan alternative, just throw in veggie stock, do the rest as per. So with very little adjustment, this will feed a variety of people with a variety of diets. So yeah, because some vegetarians eat animal products, vegans don't. And if you use a vegetable stock, there would be no animal parts in any of this. So vegan alternative. Yay! But today we are using chicken broth, which we prepared. Oh, except the butter. I always forget butter. You were taking a mouthful of cereal. How you doing, Rach? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, butter. So replace that with olive oil, I guess. I was excited for soup. And fair warning, there will be weird alarm noises. Stirry, 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 stir. Ow. It appears I've hurt my knuckle sword fighting yesterday. I don't remember how, I don't remember when, but it is now sore. Yes, because it's your alarm sound. And you don't have to go anywhere when my alarm goes off in like 5 minutes. Or margarine. Yeah, you could use margarine, I suppose. No, I always forget. Don't know why butter does not click in my brain for that is an animal product. I don't know. I don't know why. Just does. That looks good, didn't it? Hang on, here we go, close up. Extreme zoom! That's full of particles. I have to ring work about this dumb training in a sec, so maybe I'll use your alarm for that. Glad I could be of help. It's going off in 3.5 minutes. Ah, giant soup! Ah! That was such an easy prep. Just poof, done. Do we need the chopping board anymore? I don't think we do. Poof. I'm always, well, mostly. Carroty. Now I want things to munch on. Hey, back. I'm Ulrich. I should stop that. Oh no, you got a phone call. Oh no. You got one and Rach is about to get one. I'm not sure you missed anything. I've just been sitting here chatting away for the last few minutes. Oh, we did an extreme zoom on the ingredients. Okay, now, I know I'm doing this. It says to stir it, the recipe says to stir it several times. So it's not me playing with it. Did I see the cheeky comment about data? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Hey. Alright, Rach is on the BRB. Where is my alarm timer? There it is. Another minute or so. What, sticking my tongue out? Oh, that's got a nice sizzle to it. Let's find out. Onion still has a nice bit of crunch. Yeah, that's still got a nice bit of crunch. We are definitely the onion is going a little bit see-through, which is, I reckon, about where we want it. We don't want the veggies melted for this. They're getting blended up, yes, but I find that if you start with really mushy veggies, you get a really mushy soup. Whereas if you start with a bit of solid in the veggies, you get a thicker soup. It's all anecdotal, I don't know why, but it makes sense to my brain. Oh, there we go. Alright. So now, we are going to whack in. Oh, what are you doing in there? Yeah. I don't need extra protein in my stock. Go away. There's an ant. I do love it in these because you get that at the bottom of it, you get just this little bit of the bone residue. There's just a teeny amount of it, and it's like just all the and it's like, doesn't, when you eat it, you don't get that crunchy or anything. It's just extra nutrients in it. And I so much love that. Anyway, we've thrown in, for this one, we're throwing in the, as I said, the chicken broth. We are going to turn the heat up on this just to get it nicely simmering. And then we'll turn the heat back down. And we're going to leave that in there for about 20 minutes. I've already started the timer. This time. Alright, we'll bring that up to the simmer, and then we'll let it simmer for a little while. And then we do the last step and we're done. Kaboom! Raw onion. I wonder where that was hiding. Probably on the knife. Anyway. do like these knives. They're from, the brand is Thomas, from the Rosenthal group. They're very nice. They fit nicely in my hand. They have a larger than usual handle. I'm used to having, when you go for knives, they generally have these little handles that don't fit your hand very well. Not when you got giant fork hands. So that means we get to have you a bit longer today, Rach? With training cancelled. Damn, this is going to be a one pot. Cool. I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, business sorted. How is Kiki? How is Kiki? So the recipe says that you take it out and do it by batches in a blender. We do have a, why not? It says to do it in a blender. Today we are going to be using a stick blender instead. But if you don't have a stick blender, put it in a blender, you'll be fine. Most people, I think, have a blender, if not a stick blender. Or maybe their blender is a stick blender and they don't have a blender because they've got a stick blender with blender, rhubarb. I don't know where that was going. Come on, buddy. Heat up. The stock was frozen, sort of, this morning, so it's still quite cold. But it's okay, because we're cooking away. Now, of course, this doesn't have, it's got a little bit of butter in it, which shouldn't matter, but you could do this in big batches and then portion it out and freeze it. This is definitely one of those that you can do that with. It won't last quite as long because of the butter in it as it might with as it would with just putting the olive oil in. But yeah, you could still do a big batch of this, portion it out, and take it to work or whatever. Send it off if you have kids. Send it off for lunch with them. They can have a cold carrot soup. Cold carrot soup in summer. That could be nice. You're gonna have to try that. Yeah. Lunches, dinners, pre-packed. I reckon this should be close to period too. And the carrots. Let's do a bit. Alright, OBS is being a bitch. Why? Okay. The carrots have won, right? I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. For now, we are back. It's alright. So carrots is 10th to 12th century. Let's see. They're introduced. Oh, okay. Onion cultivation began in Western Asia in the northern African countries more than 5,000 years ago. Damn. They were introduced to Europe by the Greeks and Romans. Huh. It's alright. Onions are period, even in Europe. What else have we got? What was the other one? Stirring. Ooh, look at that. Let's turn that back down a little bit. Throw the lid back on, and we'll check on that in a minute. Onions, carrots, and potatoes. Well, I know they were introduced. Spanish had an empire across Europe and bought potatoes for their armies. Huh. 1536, Spanish conquistadors in Peru discovered the flavors of the potato and transported them to Europe. 1536 is close. That's just inside the period we do for my medieval group, technically. So yeah, potatoes, surprisingly, are the most recent introduction to Europe. That's only what, 500 years ago. Huh. Oh, too much. Slow down. That's good. Who knew? Well, give or take 500 years. Seeing it's, 2025. It's nearly 500 years. Huh. 489. No. Yes. 489 years ago. Damn. Huh. Quote 10. When are carrots? Yes. Quote 10 worked. Right, so timing. What do we got for timing? We have 9 minutes left. Excellent. Oh, your stream only just came live? Oh no. Yeah, it dropped out twice. OBS dropped out twice. I don't know what's going on. As far as I could tell, my internet was okay. But just before we started stream, the alert came up that my device needed to restart. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's messing with my stuff and making it not work to force the update. I honestly thought that that had been banned, that they'd been banned from making that happen. But that's between my computer and my phone, it is very much not banned. Because it's funny with my phone, with what is it, UI 1, I think is the operating system, something like that. Yeah, if I leave an update too long, all my stuff starts failing and I have to keep restarting and restarting, which goes, hey, update your phone, hey, update your phone, hey, update your phone. And as soon as I update my phone, all of that stops happening. Yeah. Oh, but it's your choice to update or not. We gotta get some kind of way out of here. Wait, why isn't it going? Why isn't it working? Tweet. I do love this stick blender. It has served me well. Actually, all of the stuff that I buy that is Russell Hobbs really does work quite well. Wait, where's some wood? I have not had trouble with Russell Hobbs equipment. Okay, little plug. Not sponsored, just me doing my thing. If for some weird and bizarre reason I ever do get a sponsor, you will know that it is a sponsored announcement. Can't see it happening. No. Step 1, actively look for sponsorship. Nope, not doing that. Oh well. Oh, you have the same stick. Yay! What other Russell Hobbs stuff do I have? I have a vac sealer. My vac sealer is Russell Hobbs. That's just chef's kiss. Is my ice cream maker? I don't think. No. No, my ice cream maker is Cuisina. I know I've got something else that is Russell Hobbs, but I cannot remember at the moment. With the whisk in the baby food processor. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got the little bowl thing. Pretty sure I've used that on stream for what were we making? Pesto. Something with pesto in it. We were making a pesto and I used it for that. Commonly what I use it for. I have a proper blender that if I'm making like banana smoothies or stuff like that, I use that. I don't think I have the whisk attachment for this though. I've got the knifey attachment, but I don't have the whisk attachment, I don't think. I may have somewhere. I may have just, misplaced it. That would not surprise me. It is me. Alright. I'm still thinking of getting a what do you call it? It's a temperature heater thing that you put on the side of the pan, and it rotates the water, and you vac seal your meat, and you throw it in the water, and this thing keeps it at a certain temperature for however long, and that cooks the meat. Nom nom nom. So yeah, something like that. Been thinking about getting one of them for a while. We'll see. We will see. Right. Tick, tick, tick. So yeah, once this is done, we blend it up. Hello, baby. You come to say hello? Oh, come here, baby. Hey, the baby. Hello, the baby. Oh, no. Baby doesn't want to play. Okay. There you go. He's up. But she's doing a little ear scratcher. Yes, a sous vide. Yes, that is exactly it, Rach. Getting a sous vide. Vide. Sous vide, I think. I think that's how you pronounce it. For those French people out there, I apologize in advance for destroying your language. Oh, what is it? The French have a department, an actual department that is, for want of a better description, keeping their language pure. As in, there are words that enter into languages. You see it. I see it a lot in like Japanese culture because I do mangas and stuff like that. Where you will see the English name coming in, whereas the French, they have this department that, if it's going to be, oh, here is a brand name, well, the French version of that is this, so the French will call it this. It's like, okay. Can't remember what that. All right, we're gonna play with the internet again. Oops. Right, the Académie Française. So the French Academy is the principal French council for matters pertaining to the French language. There you go. Wait, did I drop out again? Doesn't look like it. I just got another welcome to the chat room. Welcome to the chat room! We got fun and games! Why are you doing this to me? You silly, 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 silly. Nah. Oh, no, we're up to 12-minute session, so that's fine. We're at least still going. Right, we are nearly there. We have like a minute left. Right. So we are now going to put in just a little bit of salt and pepper. Just stir that in. So this is good. The veggies still, they've retained their shape. They've still got, they're still reasonably firm. The potato's starting to, you can crush the potato reasonably easily. The carrot's still got, still quite firm. And I'm happy with that. I'll be happy with that. Right, alarm going off momentarily. Uh-oh, have we run out of music? No, we shouldn't have. There we go. Huzzah. There it is. Right there. Now, damn. Right, that's still got some. Like, that's a nice thick soup. I do like that. Right, we're gonna give it a little bit more of a whiz. Right, I need another dusk wing. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah. The grind is real. When I get back on later, in a little bit, lick the sharp implement. Rinse that off before it sticks. Turn the gas off. Alright, let's grab a mug. I'm going to do this in a mug. Because I want to. There are probably better ways to serve this, but I'm just going to pour it straight out of the pot. I actually think I got the salt and pepper bang on for this one. And there we go. Boom. Carrot soup. We just put a bit of flat leaf parsley on the top for because why not? Let's throw that up on Insta. Uh-oh. No, that's all good. Next. What are we doing? What are we doing? Adding a caption. CWA Carrot Soup. Done. Okay, weird noises. Why are there weird noises? So, here we go. Cheers. Whoa. Oh, that is hot. Hot things are hot. Right, I did have my quests mixed up. It isn't Hadari, it's one of Tamala's, and now I need another for Tish. Yeah, believe it. Do you need like a starred one? Or do you just need a regular one? Yes, hot things are hot. Nom 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 nom. What want to be there? What am I looking for? That. Hot glass is hot. Is the original quote. Oh god, I hope just regular. Never even seen one. I've never even seen a dusk wing. Oh, yeah, they're only available at like 3 hours an in-game day. I think they're from like 6 PM to 9 PM. They're the only time they're out. Oh, lemon cordial days. Yeah, that was back in the start. I think that's quote number 1 or quote number 0 even. Morning and day at the Dragon Shrine. Oh, that's that one. Yeah, I used a honey lure for that one. This is nice with the parsley on top. Then too, I will eat this parsley raw. So, it's been there days and days and days. Yeah, but that's what I mean. It only appears 3 hours a day in the dusk. I did manage to catch 2. I think it was 2. Anyway, but yeah, I used the honey lure, and that's what got me the things. Eat both for both of them. I just went in there, dropped a honey lure, and off to the side of the shrine, and yeah, that's where I caught him. Anyway, right, so would I make this again? Yes, I would make this again. Far out, that's hot. It's not cooling down. Yes, I would make this again. Would I serve this to people? Yeah, this would be a really great first course. Definitely put it out with some crusty bread. This would also be really nice on a nice cold evening, just sitting there with a nice hot mug of carrot soup. That would be very tasty. I don't think I'd change anything, to be honest. I think that is a really good recipe. So, yeah. It's a soup, so probably wouldn't make it a centerpiece, but it would definitely be a good start to bread. Be a very good start to a, what do you call it? To a meal. Very nice. So, yeah. Thank you to Nolene McRae of Nidri, Victoria, whose carrot soup entry, or carrot soup recipe, is in the Country Women's Association Country Cookbook. Country Classics. Yay! Like I said, I will put the ISBN up in the Discord for this. The ones that I can find online, I will put the recipe up. The ones I can't, I won't. You can figure it out. Yeah, if you watch the stream, you'll figure it out pretty easily. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So yeah, we will start a new thing in the Discord with the CWA. I will put the recipe. I'll put the recipe name up. But it may just have a link to to this video on YouTube. If the recipe is there, it means that it is easily and readily available online. So yeah, there we go. Let's turn the music down. And quiet you. Alright, there we go. So let's... Oh no, I was going to go, let's go back to just chatting. There is no just chatting on today's. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, that was a stream. Yay! Still freaking hot. Coming up tomorrow, we have some Terraria with Jim and Wardham. Then we go around to Tuesday, where we'll be playing some more Strange Antiquities. Yay, Strange Antiquities. The something. Then on Wednesday, we'll be back with some more Parlia. And now I'll just check this. Next Thursday is first Thursday of the month, and we will be playing some Pell World, hopefully with Jim Talk. Been doing all sorts of background stuff for that. We have some new pals, well, some new high-powered pals. I do. We'll see how they go in the boss fight against Bajorn and Bedastigor. Anyway. Yay, Jim! Strange Antiquities. I enjoy those games. I very much enjoyed Strange Horticulture, and I am very much enjoying Strange Antiquities as well. So that's what's going on. That's what's coming up. Hopefully, we will see everyone tomorrow for some Terraria. If we don't, we'll see you when you see it. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!
Don't forget to check the description for any links I may have left there. If you like the video,
please press like or subscribe to my channel. Next video in the series is up here. Until then, stay safe, have fun.